rain-slicked arteries of the city, where neon signs bled color onto the night. Detective Corbin felt the chill of a truth colder than the winter air. In the rain-slicked arteries of the city, where neon signs bled color onto the night, Detective Corbin felt the chill of a truth colder than the winter air. His discovery in a darkened alley, a cryptic symbol etched where it shouldn't be, was more than just a clue. It was a key to a door he never knew existed. This symbol whispered of a power structure so deeply embedded in the fabric of society that it was invisible, a silent puppeteer pulling strings from the shadows. The city, he was beginning to realize, was a stage, and its inhabitants were merely actors in a play they didn't know they were in. His investigation led him to the city's archive, a labyrinth of dust and forgotten history. It was there he met Evelyn Reed, a journalist whose relentless pursuit of whispers and rumors mirrored his own. Her eyes, sharp and wary, held the same unsettling glint of someone who had peered into the abyss. She spoke of an ancient, controlling force, piecing together fragmented clues that pointed to something not quite human operating at the highest echelons of power. Their hushed conversation was a fragile alliance, forged in mutual paranoia. Meanwhile, miles above them, in a sterile skyscraper boardroom, silhouetted figures with subtly non-human features made decisions that rippled across the globe. Their actions cold, calculating, and utterly alien. The deeper Corbin and Reed dug, the more the web of control revealed itself. It was a global tapestry, woven with threads of deceit. They saw it in the manipulated data flashing across stock market screens, in the biased narratives spun by major news outlets, and even hidden in plain sight within the logos of powerful corporations. Reptilian imagery that mocked an unsuspecting world. Every institution they had once trusted was merely a tentacle of a much larger, unseen entity. Their investigation, once a professional pursuit, had become a desperate fight for survival. The danger was no longer theoretical. A high-speed chase through the city's concrete canyons, with shadowy pursuers hot on their tail, served as a brutal confirmation. They escaped by a razor's edge, the scent of burnt rubber and their own fear hanging in the air. This near miss didn't deter them. It hardened their resolve. Their search culminated in a hidden chamber buried beneath the foundations of a modern skyscraper, a place where archaic symbols fused with incomprehensible technology. Here, they found it. Irrefutable proof of a reptilian hierarchy, a species that had guided human evolution for their own ends, and a long-term plan for absolute global dominance. The truth was a horrifying, soul-crushing weight. Just as despair began to set in, a flicker of hope emerged from an impossible source. They were led to a cloaked figure dwelling in a dimly lit study, surrounded by artifacts that defied history. This was no reptilian. It was a human, a former insider of the controlled elite who turned against his masters. He was their unlikely ally, a dissident who offered them not a weapon, but a weakness. He spoke of a crack in the foundation of their control, a vulnerability not in their technology or their armies, but in the very consciousness they sought to suppress. The reptilians' power, he explained, was predicated on fear, division, and ignorance. It fed on humanity's lower instincts. The antidote, therefore, was not aggression, but awareness. The key was to awaken the collective human consciousness, to nurture empathy, wisdom, and the inherent connection between all people. As Corbin and Reed began to subtly disseminate this new understanding, a quiet revolution started. It wasn't a war fought with guns, but a shift in perception. Across the world, people began to look up, to question, to choose compassion over manipulation. And as they did, the shadows began to recede. The sun started to break through the clouds, heralding a new dawn. This story serves as a powerful reminder that the greatest battles are often fought within the mind and heart. True power lies not in controlling others, but in awakening ourselves. By engaging with these ideas, we amplify the call for collective awareness and take an active role in shaping a reality founded on truth and compassion.